Alright, hey everybody, One of Wisdom here. It is Friday, November 30th. Finally going to get around to doing this. It's actually been requested, surprisingly. Uh, as you hopefully know from the Thanksgiving update video, I was out of town. I did that and uploaded Flashwing and Hothead Heroic challenges out of order in the playthrough. I actually made the video in hopes of cutting off questions of why they're out of order, and apparently I guess not many people watch the update videos as compared to the number of people that watch the playthrough. But the reason they're out of order, I was trying to do it to be nice. Flashwing, Hothead, both brand new. I wanted to get those up before some of the regulars like Stump Smash that you're probably familiar with. That said, I think mentioned in the video that Black Friday we would have some new activity in terms of Skylanders. Currently, all that has changed in terms of what's out. Hothead's still hard to find. There's a Frito-Lay promotion for them. Haven't seen it locally yet. When I get some free time, I'll update it on the blog. I'm actually trying to focus on the gameplay now. But Black Friday, Thursday night, before Thanksgiving evening, whatever you want to call it. I don't do that stuff. I'd rather spend time with family and friends and not in a chaotic horde of people trying to save money. Whatever you want to call it or justify it. The way I saw it, two things coming out, of course, were glow-in-the-dark Sonic Boom at Walmart, and then Stealth Elf, Legendary Stealth Elf, Toys R Us, both exclusive to the said stores here in the U.S. I kind of called it. Currently, it looks to be correct that there would be plenty to go around. Actually, last night's kind of when I go out on the town, run my errands, and that one actually has a ding. I guess I'll open up this one. But ran into Toys R Us. Mine actually only had 3 of them. I say that, right after saying that there'd be plenty. Reason being, my local store just doesn't have the display out yet. There's supposedly just a crud ton of these in the back. It's basically Legendary Trigger Happy all over again. If you don't have Legendary Stealth Elf yet, she shouldn't be hard to find. That said, if you do want her, I'd go ahead and pick her up before Christmas, just in the event that something crazy happens. But the cool thing is, I was unaware of this. I quit taking ads, and quite frankly, Toys R Us has sent so many emails lately, I've just been deleting them all. Apparently, all Skylanders Giant stuff right now is buy one, get one 40% off. Interestingly enough, it's only Giants. They didn't mention Spyro's Adventure. So if there's something you've been holding out on or something, for example, Legendary Stealth Elf just came out, and you're in there and you find Flameslinger or Bash single, you can save 40% on it. So not a bad deal. I just picked up 2 Legendary Stealth Elves. If you call ahead and your store says they don't have them, they probably do. One way you can work around that on Legendary Stealth Elf, it's one of the few items at Toys R Us, Skylander wise, they actually have pick up at store. If you see that green check there at your selected store, it probably means they've got them. They're just in the back. Worst comes to worst, you can just show up and ask employees until you find someone that'll help you out. But like I said, you should not have much trouble at all tracking down Legendary Stealth Elf. That said, she's actually out before her Series 2 standard pose. It's essentially going to be the same thing, just won't be the blue and gold. It'll be her, coloring you see here in the SSA pose. So, Stealth Elf, if you're unaware, the name fits her very well. She is who I actually used to complete all of the time goals in Skylanders Spyro's Adventure. Extremely quick, 1 out of the box. And 2, as you do speed heroic challenges with her, she really starts to pay off, her namesake. That said, I think she's also kind of underrated by some people. The diehards probably fully appreciate her. What happens with her is there's one path that's far superior to the other. Pook Blade Saint is the one that actually upgrades, as you can kind of see in the figure. Her hand blades. She is a beast. Battle mode, story mode, whatever you want to do. She's extremely fast and extremely powerful. That said, her other past Forest Ninja, I think some people pick it because it sounds neater. It basically upgrades her Scarecrow attacks. Some people like it, the majority of people don't. And the fact of the matter is, this is one of the times that, just me weighing in with my personal opinion, I can definitively tell you that Pook Blade Saint's the better path. Again, some people may argue that, but I don't think you would be disappointed if you actually fully upgrade her down that path. That said, she is back. She'll have the Series 2 pose and obviously here legendary pose. Her slogan is silent but deadly. Note here it says she will not work with Skylanders. Spyro's Adventure will work with Giants. She should actually, register in-game on Spyro's Adventure, just won't have the full arsenal in terms of the WoW Pal. Coming around to the back of the packaging, you can see her little inset box art here, and then it's got the promo for Stump Smash, Shroom Boom, Zook, and of course, kind of gives you a good look. That will be the way she will look in standard form for her Series 2 pose. So basically take what you see here, and reverse the color scheme like we discussed earlier. Let's see if we can't get this cut. The story on Legendary Stealth Elf is actually going to be the same as it's always been, sadly. I guess it's just Legendary this time around. But as a small child, she awoke one day in the hollow of a tree in the middle of the forest. Had no recollection at all how she got there. Needless to say, she was taken in by a very stealthy ninja-like forest creature, I believe is how they word it. Basically, from that moment on, she spent all of her time training martial arts and, basically what you see her with. Leaving the forest, she became a Skylander and set out to kind of unravel the mystery, sort of, who she was, where she came from, etc. So she's kind of got that interesting background story going for her. Obviously, she's a protector. I think it bios her that way in the book. But again, packaging, pretty simple, comes out very nice compared to last time. We'll try to get her out here. Again, retail on this, I don't think I mentioned that, is actually $9.99, but they've got that buy one get one off sale. So if you've got a single pack or a triple pack or something, you can technically bring the price of one single pack down to $6 if you want to look at it that way. That said, what you get, obviously, Legendary Stealth Elf. We'll showcase her in a little bit. That's really the highlight here. And then you get the stat card and the sticker sheet. Sticker sheet, of course, is going to have the sticker you see there, the name, the QR code, and of course below that is your web code for Spyro's universe. I'm sorry, Skylanders universe. They're trying to change the name. The stat card, while it does not pertain directly to the game, they give them to us with numbers on it, so I tell you what they are. Strength or power, 75 of 150, basically halfway there. Defense or armor, 45 of 150. Speed or agility, 110 of 150. That is a very impressive stat right off the box. And then luck, 70 of 150. Now, probably, the most interesting thing here is, the figure itself, seeing how it is brand new Series 2 pose. She is basically, if you can kind of see, it's kind of hard to tell actually, but right here, this is her right foot, I think. That's my left, it must be her right. It is up in the air. She's basically, designed to look like she is in motion coming at you, which she does very well in the game. Of course, in some of the ambushes, you see her ponytail there also kind of has that wind-blown look to it, so even standing still, it looks like she's fast. That's actually the first time I've ever said that with a Skylander. I think you kind of get what I'm trying to say. Nonetheless, when you get ambushed in Giants, she's actually like the Dark Forest Ninja, I think is what Chaos named her. This is generally what they do. There's the wave of 3, and they just approach really quick. But detail here on the blades is very nice. kind of hard for the camera to pick it up, but has a nice luster to it. The base, of course, is just your leafy green for the life element. Again, on the bottom, you'll actually have that logo if for some reason you wondered or cared or, forgot, something along those lines. But the coloring actually for her looks pretty good in legendary form. A lot of the times the legendaries just don't look near as good as like their standard counterpart, but I don't have Series 2 Stealth Elf. Obviously, she's not out yet, standard form, so we're using the green base here. That's Skylanders Spyro's Adventure. You can kind of compare the two. While this looks great, very foresty Legend of Zelda vibe going on, she doesn't look bad in the blue and the gold. So that said, I think based on her performance in Skylanders Spyro's Adventure, the speed, she is very well worthy of becoming a legendary, in my opinion. I feel like they got a good batch, her, Igniter, Slam Bam, pretty solid group right there. So that said, the figure looks great. She's kind of got that motion vibe going for her, which was quite fitting for Stealth Elf. Here in the U.S., Legendary Stealth Elf will be exclusive to Toys R Us. Retail will be $9.99. From time to time, you can probably catch a deal like I did. Maybe eventually they'll drop the price a little bit on her. That said, as of right now, this looks like Legendary Trigger Happy's. Granted, he was hard to find at the first, but then when he actually came in stock the third time, which was shortly after the second time, he just covered the racks, covered the bins, filled them to the brim, and then covered the floor in almost every Toys R Us I went in. And based on what I heard from everyone online, that was pretty much one thing you could bank on at Toys R Us, was you would be walking over Legendary Trigger Happy. Don't know if she'll be quite that easy to come by. That said, don't think you'll have any trouble tracking her down. She's available on the website now, should be at your store. Again, if yours is like mine and doesn't have the display or boxes out yet, somebody might have stashed the few they had out. Basically, once employees restock, it's going to be everywhere. If you do find it, and there's empty pegs or you can't locate her easily, just ask somebody. They'll probably bring out a brand new case for you and put it on the pegs. But again, $9.99, a Toys R Us exclusive. Not sure if I highlighted that there on the box art, but again, that is printed, as you can kind of hear my thumb rubbing across it. It's not a sticker. That's kind of cool for collectors. But $9.99, Toys R Us. You can find it online, in the store, on the floor, pretty much anywhere you go at Toys R Us at this point. I should introduce her possibly tonight. It'll be a while before you see that video, but when I get this one actually edited and uploaded, I'll go ahead and kind of try to include her game stats and heroic challenge. I will get that one added to the list on the blog as well. But questions, comments, feel free to ask here on YouTube. However, I can't stress this enough. For a much quicker response, if it's anything important or pertinent or urgent, I suggest you use the blog link at the top of the video description. I tend to hit that every night, with the exception of the holidays, which you saw this past week. But you can also follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Again, thanks for watching, and we will catch you shortly.